I live by the values of peace, love, unity, and respect. Some people really feel me on that. Some people have already scrolled down this YouTube page thinking it's something hateful to say. It takes little thought, really, to say such things. There are those who struggle with aggravation. There are those who wish to beat someone dead with their hands and looking for a good reason. Hi, I'm Angel7, and this is Video Log, April 11th, 2012. I'm doing this episode in a shop, basically, because I have very little time nowadays, so I really have to be mobile now. I will define and describe monsters for your general health. A monster is an entity that has an initial reaction of harm for little survival motivations. No survival motivations, really. Meaning they will attack not really to feed or to even solve a problem. They're attacking because of a psychological disassociation with their empathy towards you. In any regard, that can be based on a human being misguided. That can be based on a human being demonic in a lot of extents, and evil in a lot of extents, and you can call that sociopathic or whatever. But that is how I define it. There are varying types of monsters. The zombie is the most frequent Walking Dead you'll run across. This is any entity whose prime directive is to feed on you in some physical way. This is a person who may spend 5 months on a friendship because they need to survive in some way, feeding on materials and favor. The key aspect of a zombie is they have denied your humanity. They must consider you just another speaking, walking thing from which to take what they will. In this case, you may find it extremely difficult to mediate a correct zombie without threat of violence. Because best just to distance yourself when you discover you have a few zombies in your fold. Vampires are related to zombies. This is any entity whose prime directive is to feed on you in some meta way. They are usually more clever than zombies are, since their feeding requires some skill. They feed on energies, emotions, love, devotion, passionate anger, fear, the lifeblood of you. As you feel, this is your life, and this is what they feed on. This is energy, this is chi. This is the person who demands that they be included in social activity by threat or tantrum, and affects feng shui in such a way that no one can possibly be joyful in a room with them. Ghosts are manifestations of spirit and creation energies bound by a sense of identity or more. Ghosts must feed on the will of life to cling to being and remain strong. Ghosts are extra-dimensional. To redefine this, ghosts are extra-dimensional and must cling to your very will of life. And the things that I described that vampires feed on is part of the essence or the resultant essence of your will of life. So will of life goes deeper than what energy is. So to go on, ghosts affect perception in many ways, promoting anything that causes fear or stress that they feed on. Then they feed on the spike of your aura, lowering dramatically the logic in awareness and in identity, and lots of things like motivation and will to live. A ghost be in itself frightened of you if you face it with any surety of strength. So, given that, ghosts are relatively easy to face if you are strong. A specter is more serious. Many times old. This ghost form presumes a physical attachment to the universe. A specter is a more complex identity with a more serious effect on perceptions and mind-soul of the victim it consumes. A specter effects can be very serious. behavior changes, stop of heart, and permanent psychosis sometimes. Sorry for the pause there. All monsters are generated from a being who exudes a gross immaturity and a misguided sense of strength. It is very easy to dismiss all. It is very easy to deny love. It is very easy to demand respect through fear. It is not easy to attain honor. And this separates myself from many of my enemies. This willingness to engage fears rationally and with great bravery and calm. And I do not brag about myself for this. I consider it a human heart in common maturity and greater sense. Aside from monsters is an entity I call Nemesis. I have chased at Nemesis for close to 10 lifetimes now. It is a force opposing to creation whom, in this world, sentient life causes hate. This entity infects the mind soul of the victim via unknown travel, reliant on contact. Contact being any way, I haven't been able to describe or define the nature of contact that derives the H virus. I've just been talking about the H virus in great detail if you follow me. This then causes the H virus, this contact. The victim loses ability to dream or attach in any way to lucid or theos. The victim cannot connect to Zen, joy, creation, love, and ways that do no harm. The victim's self-destructs all social networks and then itself. The victim implodes into loneliness and frustration and commits harm on something or someone, including themselves. For this, I call H virus the black hole soul. If you have one, you feel me on that. No one knows the victim is suffering from Nemesis effect, yet the effects are real and can ruin you. Nemesis' goal is to end creation, as creation's goal is to end Nemesis. As an angel of creation and guardian of sentient life, I am biased in the struggle. As perception and creation dance upon oneself, the perception is closed. If the perception is closed, and if the creation is replaced with destruction, humanity will be beast-like and will be slaves to the persuasive evils of a few men and fade into black in time. Nemesis is like a black hole in the fabric of multi-conscious web and must be stopped. Fight hate. Fight. This is the best way to end the foreign infestation of hate zombies. If you find yourself becoming a monster, stop it. If you can notice this in yourself, you can stop it with whatever will you have left. You will miss life because of hate, and it will lead you to absolute zero. I fear for you if you become this. I contend with a lot of specters and other monsters, but my primary enemies are Nemesis, and the highest slaves to this, which rule humanity's world and run them into the ground for greed's sake alone. Sacred societies built to withhold great wealth from other societies. I will stop them before I die again. And I promise, I will not die until you see the sign that I'll fight for your lives until the end time.